May have intended to create a last-minute political miniseries last night, but there was certainly a huge amount of drama as the clock ticked toward midnight and a looming government shutdown hovered over. The story is certainly not over yet. Joining me now live is Congressman Engel from New York, who sits on the House Energy and Commerce Committee. Congressman, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
You just got back into New York this morning. You were up, like the rest of us, watching this all play out and certainly participating in what was all playing out, but you're not happy with this deal.
I'm not happy with it at all. In fact, I voted no on the 5-day extension because they're not negotiating anymore. They're just implementing this agreement, which cuts too much out of programs. It's not good for my constituents. I hear people telling me that they're very concerned about all these cuts.
Specifically, what are your concerns for your constituents? I mean, you called this. You said, I don't believe in the tooth fairy and I don't believe in magic either. We're still waiting to hear where these cuts will take place, but what are some of the specifics that have you concerned?
Well, we're buying a pig in a poke because we really don't know the specifics of the cuts. But the problem is, you know, the Republicans, whenever they're in control of the House, because I was there in '95 and '96, they seem to threaten a government shutdown if they don't get their way. This is not the way to run government with threats.
But the counter to that, this is not the way to run a country with the debt, the level of debt that we are seeing and experiencing.
Yes, I agree with that. In fact, you know, when Bill Clinton, the last Democratic president before Obama left office, we had record surpluses, and when George Bush came in and left office, we had record deficits. So this newfound religion in the Republican Party about balancing budgets really kind of makes me chuckle because we had a chance to do it. We do have to get spending in control, but it's not only spending. You know, the Republicans want to cut programs that help the middle class or poor people. At the same time, they're extending these huge tax breaks for the rich. They're extending breaks for corporations, large corporations like big oil, corporations that move jobs overseas. All they want to do is make it easier for people who are rich, and my constituents are being hurt by it. And when we're talking about cuts, we're talking about non-defense discretionary cuts. There is no way you can balance the budget even if you cut everything.
So then why do you believe this deal was supported by the president? He is now calling it historic. Harry Reid had what they described as a victory walk after the announcement was made, I believe it was 11 p.m. last night.
Well, the president had no choice because he had to cut a deal with the Republican House and the Democratic Senate. But I have a choice, and the choice for my constituents is that these things are very bad. I think it's also bad for the American economy. You know, the president pumped a lot of stimulus money in the economy and got us out of the depression that we were going into, mainly because of the way the Republicans handled the economy. So we did that, and now what we're doing is by making these cuts, we are going to hurt ourselves in the creation of jobs. We're not going to be able to create a lot of jobs because economists will tell you that when you cut programs like this, it's very difficult for a fragile economy.
Let me move forward, and certainly there are many things to ask following up on what's happened last night and the impact that it will have on the fiscal period that we're in. But moving forward to the next budget battle and the battle over raising the debt ceiling, which I love this quote because I think it says a lot, that Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson is saying that the next battle on raising the debt ceiling will be Armageddon. You have Rand Paul and members of the Tea Party who will play a pivotal role in that battle.
Well, the Tea Party is essentially blackmailing Speaker Boehner. They were insisting on a lot of these things. You know, they tried yesterday to hurt women's health care. They're going to go after Planned Parenthood and have all these ideological battles. We shouldn't be having these battles. First of all, Democrats want to make sure that we have clean air and clean water and that women have rights and everyone has rights. And what the Republicans are doing is they're using a terrible budget deficit to push their extreme social policy. And I think that's wrong. We can discuss social policy in a different venue, but it shouldn't be held hostage for something like this.
Well, part of the deal now that's been reached, there will be a standalone vote on Planned Parenthood and agencies that provide those services to women, as well as a standalone vote. I think it is on the EPA as well. Oh, the healthcare, excuse me. So thank you very much, Congressman, for your time. We greatly appreciate it. We'll see what happens next in this.
Okay, thank you.